Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm Karen from Body Love Mission, here to move my body with you. And so today we're going to focus on core and our butt. So we're going to roll out our feet with an Accu ball. And if you have one, go ahead and grab one. And if you don't, join me sitting on the floor or wherever you are. And you're going to massage your feet to warm them up. And pressing your hands into your feet. Give them some love. Happy Wednesday, everybody. So core and butt today. Have a little bit of water nearby. Spring is coming early. How do you feel about that? I'm very excited. It's this in-between season in the trees right now where it's like some ice, some snow, some mud. But oh, the smells and the little buds, it's really beautiful. So, massaging the feet starting by waking up our roots. Yep, our feet. If you're massaging your feet, bring your hands up your calves. Massaging through the calves. And breathing. I see some of you hopping on. I'm going to move closer to the screen so I can see who it is. But first, let's go to the other foot. Bringing your hands to your feet. Massaging through your feet. Oh my gosh, it feels so good. It feels so good. If you have an Accu ball at home, you can stand and roll your feet out with your Accu ball. If not, and even if you do have an Accu ball, maybe you want to try this out. It's actually really nice to use your hands and to tune in, getting into the toes. You can use your knuckles and massage them. This is a nice morning routine to offer your body some love. You can do this on your own, just even 3 or 4 minutes before you get out of bed. Sit on the edge of your bed and give some love to your feet and your calves. Good. Okay. Let's see who's here joining live. Kimberly, I haven't seen you in ages here. Yay. Lorraine, Carol, Dad, this is awesome. Okay, so standing. Let's do a little bit of a bounce, a little bit of a shake, warming up our body. So I already noticed a difference in my feet. The fascia sometimes is really tight when I'm walking, and so just giving myself a little massage right there. I can feel that loosen it up, especially. So part of the reason we're tight in the feet, if you've ever had plantar fasciitis, is because we're tight upstream. So when you massage your calf and you release this tension, it releases the pull on your foot. Remember, everything's connected. So if you're still tight, just give a little bit more of a massage to your calf, and that will actually help to release tension in the feet. All right. Moving the body, a little shaking. Yeah. Whew. All right. Inhale, sweep the arms overhead. Exhale, arms by your side. Inhale, sweep those arms up. Exhale, arms by your side. Again, inhale, sweep. Looking up towards your fingers. Exhale, you're going to bow forward halfway. Okay, so you're sticking your bum out. Bend your knees halfway, and then inhale, come all the way up. Arms overhead. Exhale, bow. Inhale. Exhale, bow. And only go little bits. If it doesn't feel good in your back, don't do it at all. Maybe we're not warm enough to bend over yet, and then you're just going to hold here, reaching your arms overhead. Good. One more. And now we're going to bring one arm forward, one arm back. Who else just popped in? Kathleen's here. Oh, you were hoping for sweat today. That's not what's in store for today. We're gonna do core and glutes. But if you want to add in some of your own burpees and jumping jacks and such in between that work, I bet you could work up a sweat. And then switch direction. We'll see how it goes. We might add in some of those. And we might even get sweaty doing our core and glutes, you know? I'm always surprised. Sometimes I get sweaty doing planks. Good. So you switch direction and come back to center. Reach those arms up and circle, little circles. I want you to start to pull your belly in. So pull your belly button in and lift the pelvic floor. So it's like you're squeezing your P muscles. You're pulling your P muscles up. Hold that while moving your arms. And switch direction. That's it. And release. Okay, we're gonna come to the floor. I'm just gonna change this a little bit. Yeah, okay. So coming on to, let's bring this a little closer. Coming onto your back, please. Come on to your back. Okay, so we are going to start at the ground up with our core pelvic floor muscles. So you have these muscles in your pelvic floor that when you tighten them, you can't see any change out here. It's happening inside, up in the pelvic region, okay? So what I want you to think about is squeezing those P muscles, holding them, or your Kegels if you've ever done them. So hold them for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then press them out for 5, 4, 3, like you were trying to pee, 2, and then hold them in, squeeze them, squeeze these pelvic floor muscles. Now, yes, I want your pelvis in a neutral position. I want your rib cage pulling in, so yes, your core is working, but you're also working the pelvic floor. So just because you tighten up around your rib cage doesn't mean you're activating your pelvic floor muscles. So hold and then release for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then squeeze the pelvic floor muscles. Hold and squeeze for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then push them away. 3, 2, 1, and then squeeze the pelvic floor muscle. We're going to add on. So you're going to hold the pelvic floor while you slide your right heel away from you and bring it back. Fully release the pelvic floor. Push those P muscles down like you were trying to pee. And then pull them up. Squeeze the pelvic floor. Pull the belly in, ribs in, and slide your heel long. And then bring it in. And release. Release the pelvic floor. Release your abs. Release everything. So when I say release, I want everything to release. Okay? And then reconnect. So this is part of the training. You're training your muscles on demand to release and to tighten, to activate, to release, to activate, to release. So activate your muscles, pull your ribs in, belly button down, lift the pelvic floor, hold those P muscles, and reach your right heel away from you, and then drag it back, slide it back, and then release everything. For 3, 2, 1. This is foundational work, and if we skip this, we're going to be susceptible to injury, and we're not going to get as strong as we could if you had a strong foundation. We know this. If you build a house on sand, what's going to happen? It doesn't matter how strong the house is. It doesn't matter what you build out of brick or straw, right? If you're building on sand, that house could fall. So we need the pelvic floor. We need these foundational core muscles to be strong and active so that we can actually enjoy the strength of everything that we build on top of it. So we want to build our house on firm concrete. All right, so firm up those pelvic floor muscles, draw everything in, slide your leg, bring it back, and release. Let's do one more on this side. Pull the pelvic floor muscles in, squeeze, pull your belly in, squeeze, reach the heel away from you, and draw the heel back and release. All right, we're gonna go to the other side. Also, I want your pelvis in a good position, right? So you're not tipping your pelvis away from you and having a big arch in your lower back, not good. You want neutral spine, small little curve in your lower back. So neutral pelvis, pull your belly button down, ribs in, lift the pelvic floor, and now reach the left heel away, and then draw it back, and release everything. All right, hold everything tight, firm up the pelvic floor, press the heel, left heel, glide it away, and bring it back, keeping the pelvic floor tight, and then you get to release. So bring your attention into your muscles and notice if they stay tight the whole time that you're moving your leg. We want to train, so firm it up, pelvic floor, belly button, rib cage, hold it tight as you press the left heel away, draw it back and release. And again, firm, tighten, press the left heel away, bring it back and release. And again, firm, hold the pelvic floor up, reach the left heel away, and bring it back. Good, we're gonna do 2 more. Tighten everything, pull the pelvic floor in, reach the left heel, bring it back, and release. And last time, tighten everything, reach the left heel, bring it back, and release. Good work. Okay, so from here, we're gonna keep, of course, that strong foundation, and we're gonna make it a little harder. So hands on the ground, we're going to tighten everything. Everything, pelvic floor, belly button, ribs. Now lift the right leg up and lower it down. Now keep it firm as you lift and lower the right leg. So now we're going for endurance, for firming up and flexing that pelvic floor muscle. That's it, right leg up and down. We're maintaining neutral pelvis as we lift the leg up. So there's no tucking of the tail. There's no pressing the lower back into the ground. So check in with your body. This is really key. This is part of our Pilates work. So both Jamie and I always start and integrate Pilates into any sort of strength training. There's always the principles of Pilates of alignment and moving from our center, moving from our core. Good. And release, and then switch sides. So pull the pelvic floor in, ribs in. Now you can feel that you're taking on more weight here. So you have to firm your core even more to maintain neutral pelvis and neutral rib cage and neutral spine. Can you feel that? Tune into that. Yes. Our legs are pretty heavy, right? So we've got to really work our core to support everything, or else the body will take the path of least resistance, which is not necessarily and not usually the best path. And release. All right, take a moment here, release everything. If you have any questions or comments about this, put it in the chat box. You can go to me privately if you have any questions. Okay, so neutral pelvis, neutral spine. We're going to lift the right leg up, hold that pelvic floor tight, and then we're going to pick up the left leg. And now if this is too advanced, you can always just stick to the one leg, right? This is actually a lot of work to do it right. Lots of people do this, and I've seen it over the last 20 years. Lots of people do this, but they don't necessarily do it right. And it's about doing it right. That's the goal. The goal isn't just being able to do it, right? The goal is alignment. The goal isn't just to be able to do it any old way. It's about alignment. So we want to build on, can we maintain proper alignment? And what we're doing is we're incrementally adding resistance until we go all the way to our bigger moves like, squats and lunges and push-ups, but that is secondary to this. This is where the gold is, okay? So when you master this, you can do that with ease and elegance and grace and pain-free. Okay, switch legs. So hold, and I'm speaking from example. I'm speaking from my own personal experience of not understanding alignment and core strength in Pilates and jumping into strength training and spin classes and aerobic classes since I was in grade 9, since I was like 14 years old, and which was good. And then we'll start doing yoga and running and all these other things, but not having the alignment awareness and the core strength. I ended up becoming injured and in chronic pain for 10 years until I found Pilates, which actually helped bring balance and activate muscles that were completely dormant, completely asleep. Overusing one muscle group and underusing or not using one completely led to these injuries and sustained my injury until I understood. So that's what's unique here at Body Love. We're always looking at what's the foundation, what's the root, and we build from there. We heal at the root and we build at the root. That's really part of our Body Love method. And that's through our own experience and trial and error of getting things right and not getting things right. And when I say getting things right, that's because when it's right, we're pain-free. When we're in alignment, we're pain-free. So let's hold up top in our, what's this called? 90-degree angle at the knee. And you're gonna lower the right knee over to the right slightly and then bring it back. And again, this whole time I'm talking, I'm fully concentrating on drawing my rib cage. I'm tuning in with my pelvis. I'm noticing if I'm lifting my rib cage off the ground, I'm bringing it back towards the ground. I'm noticing if I'm tilting my pelvis away from my head and I'm recalibrating, bringing it closer towards my rib cage. This is really important. You don't want to let your pelvis tilt away from you. Okay, and that's your core strength. Your lower obliques are holding your pelvis in place as you start to move your legs around. Beautiful. And then come back to center and release and release. Release completely. And then we're going to go into glute bridges. Reach your arms up to the sky. Lift your hips up and down. Firming those glutes, hamstrings. Act like you could drag your heels to your bum, but they're not going to move. But I want you to try. So you're pressing your heels into the ground and trying to drag them to your bum. And when you do that, you're going to turn on more of your hamstring muscle. If it helps, you can bring your toes off the ground and actually try to push and drag your heels towards your bum. 5, 4, 3, 2, one more. Hold neutral spine. Don't pop your rib cage. Pull your ribs in. Keep your hips up. Keep your hips up. Okay, let's lower the toes onto the ground. Yeah, and then you're going to turn your palms to face behind you or your head. Thumbs are wide. And then you're going to reach your arms overhead. Keep your ribs down and then bring them up. So you're not going to go very far in this external rotation. And this is moving our shoulder blades. That's it. Reaching those arms overhead. Flattening the shoulder blades onto the rib cage. Pull the belly in. 3, 2. Feel your hip muscles yet? One more. Hold here. Hands on the ground. Lower your right hip towards the ground and left hip. Right hip towards the ground and left. Right and left. Right and left. Right and left. That's it. Right, left. 4 more. Right, left. Right, left. Right, left. And now it's burning and come down. Awesome work. So here's something else. If you ever have lower back pain, which I can feel in my body off and on, and that's again doing enough priming of my muscles before going into bigger exercises. or my glutes and my core are not turned on enough, right? They need to be activated neuromuscularly. So everything we're doing here is activating and warming up those muscles so that the lower back can be supported. Okay, so we're gonna roll over, continue working our hips. Find a pillow, please, to put under your head, so go grab one. Hi. Sometimes I really wish I could see you and talk to you to see how this is resonating and if you have any questions or if it all makes sense. So please use the chat box. Nothing, if it's not resonating or you need support, I'm here. Okay, so on your side, stick your bum out behind you, widen your sit bones, pull your mouse house up. If you're just starting to work with me, your mouse house is the little space between your waistline and the ground. That's going to flex your waistline muscles, your obliques. You're going to lengthen the top body. These are sideline hip exercises, leg lifts. And what they're going to do is they're going to firm up the muscles, all these muscles, there's many muscles, supporting the movement of your hips and supporting the stability of your lower back. So when these muscles are engaged, turned on and strong, then we can relieve lower back pain so the lower back doesn't have to grip so hard because it's being supported. And this is also really good priming exercise. The word's totally escaping me. What do I call this? Anyways, exercises to prepare your body for hiking, walking, sport activities, right? This type of routine, even just the first 20, 30 minutes of my workouts will be really good to do before you go do other activities like ride a bike, go on a hike, even going for a walk, right? Be in and out. So this is going to wake up all those muscles. So we can't assume just because we go from, hanging out in our house cold, doing that cold, meaning our muscles aren't primed, to just like riding a bike, that we're going to actually get the most out of that bike ride. It's not true. The neuromuscular system has to be primed. That's what we're doing here in our warm-up exercises. We're priming the whole system so all your muscles are turned on so that when you go ride that bike, you're getting support from muscles otherwise that would be sleepy and not awake. And then you're overusing your quads and all of a sudden you start getting knee pain. Well, that's because your hamstrings and your glutes aren't awake. They're sleeping and they're not being used properly. Years of doing things wrong that I started to learn how to do things right. And I still notice that sometimes I'm lazy and I don't prime my muscles before a big hike, and I do not feel nearly as strong, nearly as stable in my knees and my lower back as when I do this sort of exercise stuff and then go hike. It's unbelievable. It's black and white. It really is. Hill climbing becomes easier. My endurance is better. My little tweaking injuries don't show up. It's brilliant. So straighten the leg, lift up and down. All right, I'm already starting to feel my bum burn, so I'm going to take a little break just to honor it. You can keep going if you'd like, or take a break with me. We're going to add on. All right, holding that leg, we're going to circle it, little circles. Little circles, that's it. 4, 3, 2, and switch direction. So I did a lot of hills yesterday, and I think that's why my glutes are burning so quickly. 3, 2, 1, take a little break if you need it. Woo! Burn, baby, burn. Hold that leg up. We're going to internally rotate the thigh bone, externally rotate. So the thigh bone is this long bone, and it's internally rotating, externally rotating. Rotating to the ground, rotating to the ceiling. The ground to the sky. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Take a little break, and then we're going to go into mermaids. So straighten our legs. And I just call this one mermaids. I don't know why. Well, no, I do know why, because I kind of feel like one. So here we go. Mermaid tail is going to go up and down. You're going to firm up your core as you do this. Yeah, so lots of oblique work. I love this one for obliques and for hips. Hand in front for a little stability, but use mainly your core to stabilize. 3, 2, 1. Hold it up. Scissor those legs. 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. We're going to go for inner thigh now. So top leg over bottom. Reach through that bottom leg. You're going to lift it up and down. Firm up the core. Inner thighs here. Inner thigh. Do not touch the ground up and down, but no resting. And now bring the legs slightly in front of you and up and down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it back in alignment with your body and then circle, little circles. Switch direction. And release. Whew. Nice work. All right. Before we do the other side, let's hold side plank. So moving the pillow out of the way. So coming to side plank. So you can do this from your knees and lift your hips up. That might be plenty for feeling in here. If you want, you can go further and you can straighten your legs. Makes it harder and hold. Keep holding. If you want to make it harder, you can lift your hips a couple inches up and down. Hold the pelvic floor up, lift it, squeeze it. 3, 2, 1, and release. Okay, we're going to go to the other side. Lay down. Bring your knees to the front, widen through your sit bones, and give your mouse house. So lift that bottom waistline. Widen through your hips. We're going to lift the top leg up and down. Side here. That's it. Flex your feet. 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to go in and press long. Knee in, press long. Knee in, press. Press. Beauty. In and press. In, press. Woo! Yes. 4 more. Widen the sit bones as that leg comes up. Keep your sit bones wide. Good. Keep your core tight. Keep your mouse house lifted so a little mouse can live under your waistline, not be squished. Okay? I know. You don't want that. Okay, straighten the leg. Lift the leg up and down. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Circle it, little circles. Take little breaks if you need to, right? Take a little break. Bring that leg up and circle it. Circle, circle. 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch direction. Circle. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. I'm gonna take a break. Wow. I have not felt this much lactic acid build up in a long time. This is because of the hills yesterday. Well, I'm very excited. So I'm moving to Collingwood, which means that my butt and cardio goals, having stronger glutes and stronger cardio, I guess that's why I'm moving to Collingwood. One of the reasons. Because my higher self knew that's where I'm going to get to work out my cardio. I love trail running and I love running up the mountain across and down. Like sometimes run, walk, even just walking. I'll be starting walking, that's for sure. Internally, externally rotate that leg and release. Good. Give it a little break. Anyway, so living in Toronto, there's not many hills. Being in Caledon, there's more hills, but the hills in Collingwood are the biggest. And that's where I get to really challenge my cardio and my glutes. Yay, I'm so excited. And I was reflecting as I was in the woods yesterday about how grateful I am for teaching this online program with you, because it's really created such an incredibly strong foundation that I get to now build on top of that and know that I'm building on concrete, not sand. Whereas before in my life, I would just, screw it, I'll just go run those hills, but then I'll injure myself because I'm not actually strong from the foundation, right? But the consistency of doing this program with you has really created so much strength in my body on a really deep level. I can feel my core has never been so strong. And so something happened yesterday in the woods. I was like, oh yeah, I want to share with my Wednesday class. It was really exciting. And it was proof of all this work that we've been doing together. Hold the legs up, bring your legs forward and back. And back. I'm going to share my story in just a moment where I can kind of reenact it standing. So we're going to work on that inner thigh here as we lift that leg up and down, up and down. But man, I was like, I had a wicked headache. I'm moving, so I have a lot of, and I'm starting from scratch. So I literally have to buy everything from scratch. So I just have so much going in my head. So I haven't had the best sleep the past week because my mind just wakes me up with thoughts of things I have to organize and do. Anyway, so by the time I was done my work day yesterday, my brain was fried, absolutely fried. So I did my thing. I nourished my brain with fruit. That started to help. Drank lots of cucumber juice. That started to help. Just shake it like that. I went into the woods, completely transformed. Lift the leg, bring it in front of you. My headache went away. I got to laugh and be silly and out of my thinking, logical brain, get into my playful self, and I just watched my whole body shift. And that headache would have lasted if I didn't go and do that. And it wasn't fixing the headache. It was actually fixing my state of being. So rather than thinking and logical and getting shit done, I had to be in a playful, creative, embodied energy system. And then all of a sudden my entire body shifted. Does that make sense? So, the sort of medical model would be, I have a headache, I should rest, go to bed and take Tylenol. But I used my body love method. I need to be in my body, change my mindset, and go get fresh air and be in joy, and then my headache will go away, right? Circle the leg, and it worked. It freaking worked. It was amazing. And I actually had a really great sleep last night and switched direction. So, this is like, it sounds silly, but this is like my lifetime of learning these tools and these self-care patterns and these self-care practices and then putting them into place and then just proving to myself over and over that this method works. So we're gonna stand up. Actually, no, we're gonna lay on your back. We're gonna do more core, but I just want to quickly show you what happened yesterday. I was walking in the woods and I had my jacket off halfway and my arms out, trapped in my jacket because it was so hot. So I had my arms trapped in my jacket. I was walking down and it was all mud, and I walked and I was going around a corner and I took a slip, and I literally, I would have been in the mud. I slipped. I didn't even have my arms to help balance, and it felt like I was being whiplashed back. It happened so fast. And then within, nanoseconds, my core picked up and just put me back into place. It was brilliant. It was so brilliant. And without all that core work, without all that strengthening, balancing stuff, my body would have gone back with that momentum and totally just fall. It would fall into the mud, and it would have been a mess, and it would have probably given me a worse headache. So let's come back onto our back. Anyway, so I just want to let you know, this stuff works, it's real. And I always tell clients, it's going to help you prevent falls, and boom, that's what it did for me. So coming onto your back, we're going to work our core even more. Bring your arms up, right leg and left leg. Okay, we're holding here. We're going to open up the right leg and the left arm, hold, and then bring it back. Left arm and right arm, hold, and bring it back. Right and left. And for someone, me, who doesn't like routine, I like to rebel against structured routine, I have to say, the routine of this program, teaching the program with you and doing these moves with you consistently for a year has proven that, we're not going big here with big weights. We're not doing crazy weight room type stuff, but the consistency of this practice, this body weight practice, has actually built such an amazing foundation. So if you want to go lift heavy weights on top of this, by all means you can. But the strength that we're gaining from being consistent and showing up over a period of time to these body weight practices with the weights that we do use absolutely builds a strong body. And so this thought that like more is better and burning and being exhausted the next day and breaking down your muscles to the point you can't sit on the toilet because it hurts so much, that's like really old school. It's just not sustainable. And it's not what we vouch for here at Body Love. And yet both Jamie and I have been in that mentality. We know what that mentality is about. And it's just not sustainable. And for me, it's always led to injury, which puts me out, which means that I can't be consistent, right? So let's do a couple more. Pull the rib cage in. And now I'm getting really good at talking and strengthening my core. That was really hard at the beginning of teaching these classes. Good, and release. Release the arms and release the legs. Okay, we're gonna go for round 2 of glute bridges. I want your heels down, toes up, and I want you to feel like you could drag your heels to your bum. So really pull those heels in, like you're trying to bring your hips to your heels and your heels to your hips. And I feel my hamstrings shake. That's how tight they are squeezing when I do that. But you have to create that effect in your body. That's it. 4 more. 3, 2, 1 more. Hold it up. Hold it up. Hold it up. Right hip and left hip. Right hip down and up. Left hip. Right hip. Left hip. Right hip. Left. 3, 2, 1, and release. Awesome work. Whew. All right, bring those legs up to the sky. Open up into splits, double cross, inner thighs. Open up into splits, double cross. Point your toes, firm your thighs. You can't fully straighten your legs, it's all good. Do your best. Now lift the pelvic floor muscle, tighten it up, pull the belly down, ribs in. Shoot energy out your toes. Want you to lengthen. Yes, lengthen out your toes. Reach it. Keep it, touch your toes to the ceiling. Come on, try. Try. Good, switch direction. Reach those toes. 3, 2, 1, and release. Awesome. Okay, Pilates roll up, straighten those legs. Hands behind your back. Now, step 1, work on your curl, ab curl. Step 2, place something around your feet that you can hold on to and curl and pull yourself up from that position. Step 3, bring your arms overhead. Inhale and then exhale. Curl, head, neck, and shoulders. Tuck the pelvis. Come all the way up to seated. Exhale, tuck the pelvis. Oh yeah, slowly curl 1 vertebrae at a time back onto the earth. And again, curl. There's usually a point where the abs feel pretty weak and you have to use a little bit of momentum. That's okay. But try your best to slow it down and use less and less momentum each time that you try this. Slow down the momentum and just use pure strength. Up and down. Slowly back. Good, 1 more. Curl, 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 and up. Good. Okay, holding up. You can straighten the legs, bend the knees, it's up to you. Curl yourself back and sit up. Curl yourself back and sit up. 1 more time. Curl yourself back and sit up. Now we're gonna come back, but neutral spine, not curled, so neutral spine until you feel the work, and you're gonna open up. So this is a little more advanced, so if you do feel any pain in your lower back, take a break or don't do it at all. Always listen to your body over me. Do not push through. This is body love. Our body love mission is to love our body, to listen to our body. Our body houses our soul, it houses our spirit, it houses our mind, right? It houses our pleasure. So part of loving our body is listening to our body, not our ego. And at Body Love, we teach our program members about the difference between our intuition, our body's signals, and our ego. Our ego really is never our best friend. Reach your arm up. Our ego will keep us in fear. And though it is trying to keep us safe, it actually tends to harm us. So ironically, the ego can also not keep us safe and say, just push more, push harder, do what she's doing, right? The ego likes to compare and compete. But at Body Love Mission, we stand for collaboration and high fives and encouraging each other where we're at, not competing with each other. So the only person that you are, trying to grow is yourself. So it doesn't matter what I can do. It doesn't matter what the next person it can do. The growth is within. And that's going to come with incremental, consistent strength training. It's not going to happen in one workout. Trust me, I wish it would too. But then that would defeat the purpose of showing up and working out every day. Then the body wouldn't get the movement that it needs to stay healthy. So we designed it this way for a reason. Come onto your elbows. We designed it this way for a reason because the body knows that to stay healthy, to feel good, to be happy, you have to move every day, right? When the mind stagnates, the body stagnates, and that's when we lead ourselves towards the spectrum of disease and breakdown. So quality of life matters. Moving our body is part of increasing quality of life. So if we could just get fit with one workout, then guess what? You probably would never work out again, right? Yeah. I mean, look at the mentality of humanity, right? They want a pill to fix things. Most people do not want to put in self-care, energy, and practice, which is why we have the business, because we're here to help and support you stay accountable. We'll never fix something with a pill. We're only going to mask it, and then what that does is it pops up somewhere else, and it pops up somewhere else until you're on a pill of pills. Still not feeling good, probably feeling worse. Okay, take a break and come up onto all fours, please. All right, starting to get a little hot here. Come into all fours. If you need a little outfit change or some water, grab some. We're gonna come stacking our hands, elbows, and shoulders, knees under hips. Widen your sit bones, pull your belly button in. Okay. Step the right foot back and the left foot back and hold. You're in plank. Sit bones are wide, belly button is pulling in, shoulder blades are pulling apart. Hold here and breathe. Lift the pelvic floor. Breathe. And now lift the right leg and hold. And switch, left leg and hold. Right leg and hold. That's it, hold. Left leg and hold. Right leg and hold. Left leg and hold. And release. All right. Take a moment. Let that energy flush out. Building up some heat. Breathe. Breath is life. And so when you breathe in, you're breathing in life, which which is why we feel so good after we exercise. We're flushing out the stagnation, and we're pulling in more of the spirit of life, love, and light into our body, more of our soul's essence, more of our lightness into our body. Less density, right? Density doesn't feel good, it's heavy, it doesn't feel good. We want to feel light. So when we breathe and we exercise, we're breathing. Another reason why it feels so good. Okay, come back into all fours. Knees under hips, widen the sit bones. Pull the shoulder blades apart. Step back. Right leg, left leg, hold. Okay, I'm gonna widen my feet a little bit more. And now we're gonna play with the right arm lift and hold. Place it down. Left arm lifts and holds. Place it down. Shoulder blades wide apart. Right arm lifts and hold. Right arm lift. This is advanced. I don't suggest doing this. If it doesn't feel good, don't do it. Work on your plank. Remember, you can always work on plank from your knees or your feet or one arm. Last time. And release. Okay, take a break. Good, breathe it out. Enjoy the breath. Unfortunately, our negative ego doesn't give us a lot of opportunity to enjoy our breath. We're focused on what we're worried about. We're focused on what's not working for us. We're focused on our fears when we're in our negative ego. And so when we exercise, it actually tends to push that aside, which is why we feel so good, because we can focus in the present moment, which is where the lightness, where the spirit is uplifted and elevated. When we focus on the breath, we're really in our body. When we're in our body, there's a lightness and there's an enjoyment. Even if there's tweaks or pains, it's better than being in the negative ego. Okay, coming back. Here we go. We're gonna combine holding plank. We're gonna go right arm, left leg, and hold. And switch, right arm, switch, whichever the opposite is. Now this one's much harder to stabilize. My right arm has been my injured arm. So I noticed that it's just not the same. Do your best. Good, and then switch. And release. Woo! Creative, fun, different. We didn't do plank on the other side, did we? Okay. Holding plank on the other side. Elbow under, flex the feet from your knees or from your feet, and we're gonna hold. Hold your plank. Now you can add the lift. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold and release. We're going to come back to the other side, but we're going to hold it from our hand. As an option, you can always hold it from your elbow and your knee again, or you can come up onto your hand and hold plank. That's it. And then if you want, you can lift your top leg and hold. 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Beautiful. We'll switch sides. Left hand, stack your feet, firm up your thighs, lift your pelvic floor, and if you want, you can go for right arm, right leg. Lift for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Beautiful work. Okay, come onto your stomach. Let's work our core all the way around. So when we do our Supermans and Superwomans, this isn't just for your back and your bum. This is also for the front of your body. So remember to lift your belly up, off the ground. Eyes down. All 4 limbs lift and lower. Lift and lower. 5, 4, 3, 2, Hold it up, pull your elbows in, squeeze the back, pull belly in, lift the pelvic floor. 5, 4, 3, 2, one more. Reach the arms out, pulse them up, shoulder blades down and up. 10, 9, straighten those legs, come on. 8, point your toes. 6, 5, belly up. 4, 3, 2, 1, and push yourself all the way up and all the way up to standing. All right, grab some water. How are we doing? Okay, standing. Here we go. We're gonna step onto the right leg. Left toes not doing much work. We're gonna sit back in our hips. All right, Kimberly, definitely got a sweat in. Really, this is awesome. Great. So sometimes, yeah, we're working hard. The foundational exercises that wake up the foundational muscles, but that doesn't mean it's not hard work. Yeah, sometimes it's harder. So sit back in your heel, sit, that's it, sit. So this is for the right leg. 5 more, 4, I feel so much more firm in my core after all that focused pelvic floor core work. I can feel the support in my back. 3, and then firing up the glute muscles. I can really feel how it's supporting as well. 2, I hope you're feeling the same. 1, and we'll switch sides. So from the front, left foot, right toes touch. Right leg is not doing any of the work. Sit back in the hips, down and up. I want to hear from you. How are you feeling? Are you noticing that? Are you noticing that those exercises have created some support? Yes. It makes this squat so much easier when they're all fired up and ready to go. Sit back in your heel. Yes. Up and down. 5, 4, 3, 2, one more. And release, good. Let's go into a wide squat. So I'm gonna grab a weight. So right now I have this 25-pound kettlebell. So we're gonna hold this down and up, down and up. Good. That's it. Down and up. Knees and toes are in one line. Chest is up. Belly's in. Lift the pelvic floor. 5, 4, 3, 2, one more. Hold it, pulse it up and down, little pulses. 10, 9, squeeze those heels together. Firm up inner thighs. 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower the weight, bring the arms up. Let's combine glutes, legs, and core. Side bend. That's it. Side bend to one side. Only go as far as it feels good. Feel supported. Hold. Hold. Come back up, other side. And back. And back. Go a little lower. That's it. And now hold. Hold it. Reach to those fingers. Long neck. Come back. Release. Bring those legs together and shake it out. Brave, beautiful animals. Brave, beautiful animals. Shake it out. We're gonna stop. Saying we're brave, beautiful animals. Like it. Shake it. Shake it. All right. Okay, so let's come into more glutes here, more of the butt. So we're gonna go slowly down. Now I'm gonna hold on to a weight to make it harder. So if you want, you can do the same. We're gonna go slowly down and slowly up. Slowly down and up. Pour the majority of your weight into your front heel. Loving this body that we're in. Loving the body. Tuning into our body. Feeling our body. This is our first primary home, our body. Yes, up and down. Taking care of our home. That's it, 2 more. Yes, 1 more, you got this. And release. Nice work, shake it out. And now we're gonna go right foot forward, left foot back. All right, here we go, other side. Slowly down, slowly up. Glutes. Down and up, yes. Down and up. Down and up. Down and up. Readjust your torso. Make sure that it's over your hips. Firm up your core. Bring it back. Down and up. Ooh, I'm working out the sweat. 2 more. That's it, 1 more. And release, good. Place that weight down, take a break. We're gonna add on. That was something I noticed yesterday in my hike with hills, as I was so sweaty, and it was such a good feeling to like drip with sweat, you know? I know that was created. I love going in a sauna and sweating, but it was like, that was like generated from inside. It's fulfilling. I don't know, do you feel that way? I feel that way. Okay. We got more. It's a really good song. Can you hear it? Okay, so grab your weight. We're going to go into deadlifts. So from the front, looks like this. From the side, looks like this. Butt out, hips forward. Butt out, hips forward. Belly in. Lift the pelvic floor. The song saying we can rejoice, we have a choice. We are brave, beautiful animals. I love it. Brave, beautiful animals. Brave, beautiful animals. Squeeze that bump. 5 more. 4. 3 from the bump. 2. 1 more. Good. And release. Brave, beautiful animals. All right. We're not quite done, but we're almost done. We're not quite done, but we're almost done. You with me? You're still here, so you either sitting back, sipping on your smoothie, watching me work, or you're doing this with me. I can't see you. Thank you. I love when you talk to us. It's motivating. Oh, good. I'm so happy. I have so much to say today. Okay, here we go. So listen up. We're going to lunge, bring the arms up, straighten the back leg. You're going to hinge forward and up. Hinge forward and up. So it's like kind of a slight bend in the back knee, not fully straight, slight bend. Yeah. Hinge forward and stand up. So don't recommend this if you have any knee or back issues. You can start stretching, or you can do some balance work. Straighten your leg out to the side. You can march. You can do some more crunches on the ground. You can do some squats. I think you get the point. One more, come on. And stand up. Woo! Burn, baby, burn. Yeah. Woo! Shake it out. Shake it out. Then we do the other side. Shake, shake, shake. Shake, shake, shake. Yeah. Here we go. Right leg forward, left leg back. Get into your lunge. Straighten your arms. Straighten the back leg slightly. Hinge forward. And stand up. Hinge. And stand up. That's it. Hinge. Reach. From here, you're working to pull yourself up. Your core is tight. You're lifting your pelvic floor. Your ribs are in. Your waistline is firm. Your neck is long. You're pushing through all four corners of your feet. That's really important. Push through all four corners of your feet. Come on, 4 more. 3, 2, 1 more. And release. We did it. We did it. Right to the end. Full hour. Woo. All right. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Okay. How are we feeling? How are we feeling? I feel really like tight, strong. Yeah, I hope that's how you're feeling. I'm gonna let you stretch out on your own if you want to. Sometimes I actually like just not stretching what I just strengthened, right? I don't want to just like turn all those muscles off, because when we stretch, we're technically actually asking the muscles to turn off, the neuromuscular system to turn off and stretch the muscle, where we just spent time strengthening it. So I'm going to go with this nice, strong, tight feeling that I have. If you feel like stretching, go right ahead. Thanks for being here with me live. And in the future, whoever joins, I will see you on Feeling Fit as nice, Kimberly. I love it. Yes, yes, yes. I will see you live on Friday. I really look forward to it. And we'll see what inspiration comes through for our movement. But no, whatever it is, we're going to feel good. All right. I hope you have a beautiful Wednesday, and sending you much love and much care on your body love journey. Mwah. Ciao.